Got all my beverages.
You got your beverages. You ready to go?
I got all of them. Yeah.
All right, you ready to go? Because I'm ready tonight. I really am. I am.
Let's get it.
I'm on one tonight, y'all. Community Coalition Show. What's up, community? Y'all know what it is. It's Kate Wilson, David 2K. We got Yendi back. Yendi looking all extra sophisticated.
Was I missing?
No, it's the.
She's looking like a whole librarian right now.
Nah, she just looked like she dropped knowledge on niggas. Like she just gonna tell you what it is out this show. In like a nice way though. You know, it's not like a spaz on your way. It's like, nah, it's like low tone. Nah, throw shade, low tone and all that. Like what I really meant to say per my last email, like one of them joints. Like
talk your shit, Yendi.
I'm not ready for my last email. You getting this?
My last email.
You know when you read somebody's email, you know their neck is turning. Like you ever read somebody's email, you know their neck is like, you know, like I can just read emails and I'm like, yeah, she was pissed, dog. I know what she was doing. So I know we had something totally different lined up, and then I just kept dealing with the bull.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, every now and then, I just feel like, I know we talk a lot about the positive space, trying to inform people space.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we talk a lot about like the racism, the BS, the Karens, the Bobs, all that, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes we got to call our people out too.
Mm.
And I feel like, yeah, we're in these situations, you know. So over the last week, I've just been on it. I've seen a lot I've been experiencing a lot. I know y'all have too. And so I just gotta call it what it is. But I gotta start with my story, y'all. The one I was texting y'all about. Because it kind of kicks it off, right?
I love this story too.
Because I had to hit y'all up. So for those who don't know, and everyone else outside of the three of us don't know what happened, that was Friday. That was Friday.
Yeah.
Friday. I'm in Virginia of all places. Good old Virginia. Finished working, doing my thing. Traffic was crazy, so I'm like, I'm not going to drive straight home. I'm gonna go get something to eat real quick.
Right.
It's crazy busy everywhere. I end up at Red Lobster.
You got them Cheddar Bay biscuits?
I got the cheddar biscuits, all right. And some other stuff too. So I don't want to go too long, but long story short, you know, first I call ahead. They said there was a wait. I get there, they see me, rush me to a table. Like, sir, come in. Like, manager comes over. That's what it was. It's football player syndrome, right? It really is, and then sometimes it works to my advantage.
Oh, they thought you were part of the Ravens, part of the Redskins.
Yeah, Commanders, whatever the hell their name is. I don't know now. No, but I'm in that territory, right. So I'm up there, and where I was by their headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm up in Loudoun County, Virginia. I'm up that way. Mm-hmm. So Red Lobster. I'm nowhere special, y'all. Right. Friday night on a Red Lobster. Y'all know.
Some light.
So they give me a big round table to myself. You know, where it wasn't packed, but it was people in there, you know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So sit down, they send me to the table. Manager comes over. Sir, is everything okay? I haven't even ordered food yet. I'm fine. Yes, like I'm good. Like, you know, I ain't even get a chance to do nothing yet.
Right.
They bring over water, get the cheddar biscuits on extra warm. Like they was ready though.
Right.
So I'm sitting there.
Good hot.
They was too. And I actually haven't had any in a while. So it was
I'm jealous. Let's just continue. You know, I can't eat there.
Sorry. That's right. I'm sorry, cheddar biscuits. But
where's the invite?
I can't even eat there. Doesn't even matter to me. I don't need an invite.
I mean, what you can't eat the cheddar biscuits though, at least?
I can eat the biscuits, but that's it. I can't eat nothing else or I will legit die.
They got
a chicken sandwich though.
They got chicken stuff.
Their chicken is nasty. I tried it, but you know we getting off topic. So
I know. I'm sorry. No invite. I was already out there. I was like, I've been out there all day, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like trying to chill. I'm like, I'm just trying to eat, buy some time, get up out of here.
Right.
So I'm sitting down, and around people, right? And you just get that feeling like people just watching you. And I think because the manager kept coming over, the little waitress was being extra friendly, like. So I hear some grumbling over on the table, like next to me, and they weren't far. Like I said, the table, and it was black man. I don't know his name. I'm just gonna call him Cletus with an apostrophe.
Me Uncle
Cletus, yeah. I don't know what apostrophe is in his name. That's what I'm calling him.
He was Uncle Ruckus. His behavior was definitely Uncle Ruckus.
He was Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah. Yep.
And so I could hear him talking about me.
He was talking shit?
Oh, he was talking big shit. My man was hating. But he was trying to whisper. So he's trying to whisper to his wife, I guess his girlfriend, wife, or whatever. But they're across the table and he's mad loud.
This was the funniest things that that I found from the text, that you were like, I can hear them.
It wasn't like low. I can hear him talking, popping off.
Right. And as a loud whisperer myself, that's hilarious to me.
How you whisper loud?
So at first I was like,
dude over there?
Never telling you secrets.
No, don't tell Dave no secrets.
You can tell me secrets, just don't.
What you say?
We don't got
like my mom. You can't tell y'all nothing. Y'all be all like, what?
They would start pointing to film. Like,
nah.
But
just we don't gotta be among people.
But
I'm not people watching with you.
No, but that's how Cletus with an apostrophe was. He was like
apostrophe.
So I'm listening and I'm like, wait, he talking about me. Wow. So at first, I guess he was mad because I was sitting by myself, and I had a table. There's parties and stuff around, but they gave me the table. Sorry, I'm not turning that down. No, I'm not. So I guess I heard him talking about like football player, and he probably got CTE. So he said that he thinks I got CTE. So for those who don't know, CTE is one of the newer brain injuries that a lot of studies have been going for football players with like a lot of brain damage and stuff. Players like Junior Seau, people like Aaron Hernandez and stuff, they've been linked to this stuff.
Right.
So trying to imply that something's wrong with me. I ain't said nothing to this man. I don't know what's going on. So he's whispering about me having CTE. So I'm like trying to text him, like I'm trying not to laugh because at this point I'm like, what you gonna do, dog? Like, then he started talking about my shoes.
You said that you had white shoes on, right?
I had like some minimal white sneakers on. First of all, Kohan sneakers. They not like some, they not like some Air Force Ones or something. They like white leather sneakers, Right. But he called him gay.
That's rude.
That's not the word he used too. I can tell you what he really said. He used the F word.
I was going to say, we don't say that word.
Yeah. But he's talking about like, first of all,
you don't even know me, sir.
You don't know me.
You don't know me.
First of all, you don't know me and them dusty rock climbers you had on. Like, so like, okay, now he's like, he really leaning in at this point.
Right. Also, bro, you need to focus on your lady.
That's what I'm saying.
If you keep disrespecting me, first of all, I'm gonna leave with your lady.
So
I can't.
So I'm just listening to my man, like he's big mad. The waitress keeps coming over. They keep making sure I'm good. My food came out really. I'm getting good service. My food came out good. Fast. Manager came over like 3 times. And so me being me, I had a choice. I could have let me go approach dude, but I was like, nah. I can make him big mad just by being me. So me, the waitress comes back over. I'm talking to her. I'm laughing. We having a good time. So the way he interrupts our conversation, I'm talking to the waitress. We talking. She's at where you from, and you're here for business. Blah blah blah. So I'm hamming it up, and I can just feel him cooking on my peripheral. Like I'm talking to her over here, and he's over here, and I can just see his eyes. I can just see him spewing.
Right.
Be mad. Be mad. I'm living life. But he interrupts her conversation to call her over.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he did it was mad rude. So he kind of like startled her. She kind of looked at me like, I'm like, it's okay, go ahead. Go get your money. I'm here. You go see this. I'll be back, sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
Just come back, So, but he did that just to stop her, just to hate.
Right.
Just to hate.
That is definitely hate.
That was definition of hate. That was like top 5 hate.
Right.
So he didn't really want nothing. They was finished eating everything. So at this point, I could tell he's finished eating. They just sitting there. He just sitting there hating. So then
Which is weird because you can leave, bro.
Bounce. Your check was already paid. Everything. You can leave.
Not only that, you're by yourself. He's with his lady.
With his lady. So let me tell you, I guess his lady had probably had enough of him hating. So I think she kind of said something to him like, okay, that's enough. He snaps on her.
Right. You did say that.
So I'm listening to him. He called her a stupid bitch like 5 times. He getting loud in the joint now. Other people can hear him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, this ain't a personal thing. My man, talk about me having CTE. Are you okay, sir? Like
he was just that mad.
Clearly not.
No presence.
He was spewing.
He was spaz on his chick.
Spaz. They was there so long. He's so mad. I had finished eating. I'm good. I paid for my check. Gave a nice tip. Manager came back over. I'm laughing, joking with him.
Mm-hmm.
We ha. Like I left. I think I left before they did. They were there when I got there. Be mad, dog. Be mad. But it is one of those examples. All that to say, like, no. This is what really got me.
Mm-hmm.
On my way out, because I didn't get a chance to text her because I was leaving.
Right.
On the way, I guess he didn't realize I heard none of that. You know what he said? All right, have a nice day, brother.
Yes, sir.
You phony motherfucker, like.
You fake.
You fake phony hating. But that just showed me. So as I left, I had to literally like chuckle to myself. I'm getting in my car, like laughing to myself, like,
right.
Wow, this is crazy. Like,
mm-hmm.
when I got home, I was telling my wife, like, I expect that from the racist whites.
Mm-hmm.
I expect that passive aggressive stuff from them because I get that all the time from them.
Right.
But it kind of stings a little bit when it happens to one of your own.
Mm-hmm. Be your own.
Your own people.
Your own.
Right.
I ain't say nothing to that man. I ain't bother that man. I did not impact his night in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, you impacted his night.
But I mean, I directly didn't do it. I ain't say nothing to him. I ain't come at him.
Right.
So it was like, and then that just showed me, like I said, how phony, how fake people can be to each other, especially us. So I'm calling us out on this BS, right?
Right.
We have to stop this. We are working and fighting way too hard to get to the places we have to be in life to continue to treat each other like this.
Right.
It's bad enough we got people out there shooting and killing and robbing each other. We doing each other dirty. We backstabbing all this. But now we just, like this whole phoniness, man. I don't like this.
Right. Not only that, you were literally minding your own business and your presence bothered that man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that really, like, I've been in that situation, and not exactly that situation, but I've been in a situation where my presence just bothers somebody.
Yeah.
And
that's me now. It is.
And
not with your presence.
Right. But it's crazy to see that, like, you can, like, that someone could be mad at you just existing.
Just existing.
It's funny you say that because I told my mom it must be my name because some of the people I work with don't even know me. We never seen each other. We work from home. I live in a completely different state than anybody, and they don't like me just because it got to be my name. I was like wondering, like, if my name was like Brittany or Sophia, they'd probably be like, "Oh, she a cool ass chick," but it must be because my name Yendi. Because I'm just like, you don't even know me. Never
Right.
had a conversation with me. Never took the time to get to know me. But they just off bat don't like me. And they're Black. Just
It's
off
crazy.
bat don't like me.
And that's a big thing for me, especially because I think I don't know when I said this, but like, okay, I remember how I came to this conclusion, but I was like, dang, wow, I can't think.
Sorry, you good? But I mean,
oh, okay, wait, how is it that you hate me? Like, you got to give people I give people a chance. Like, I know people might be like sticking their nose up at you, but I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna say hello. Unless you give me a reason to hate you, I'm not gonna hate you.
I don't think people even need that. And think about it, like jealousy, the envy that comes around with some of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so you see, I think again, please put apostrophe. I don't know what his situation was. I don't know how his day went. I don't know what's going on, but he clearly wasn't happy about something.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think it was me. I think it was just the thought of me. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I know, and this doesn't happen the first time. I'm a big dude. So when I walk in anywhere, people automatically see that. Right. I like to look nice whenever I go somewhere.
I was about to ask how was your?
Y'all know you got a round table.
But I mean, I wasn't even round table that night. It wasn't even like I literally had on.
Hey, wait, hold on. Before you say that, Kenny is a great dresser.
But
I say that.
But
if you've ever seen Kenny or you've ever hung out with Kenny, especially even at the photo shoots, like, this man dresses to impress, and he's not even trying to do it.
He has a round table of niggas.
I mean, it's not. I learned early on, especially being a big dude, you never want to look sloppy and you never want to carry odor. Those are the two things that were instilled in me. And so being a big dude, I like to look nice. I like to look presentable. I like my clothes to be clean. I like them to fit. And that makes me feel confident, So when I walk in somewhere, I'm sorry, I walk in with confidence. I do. That's how I was taught. I walk in like I own this shit.
Right. As you should.
And it's not that I'm conceited. I do own it, but I don't.
But it's not about you, but it is about you, but it's not about you.
But I mean, I'm not going to tiptoe anywhere. I'm not tiptoeing.
Right.
If I walk in the room, I'm not in there being all meek and timid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here. Like I said, I'm here. I'm eating. I might as well enjoy myself while I'm eating.
Right.
So I talk to people. I smile. I engage people. Mm-hmm. The waitress, how are you doing? I like to build a rapport for selfish reasons because they're going to take care of me. They're going to hold me down and hook me up. Right. But they're human beings too. They're doing a job. At least.
That's the least you could do.
How you doing? What's your name? How's your day going?
Right.
Everything good? Work with me. I work with you.
Mm-hmm. To be me tomorrow when I go out.
Yeah.
Right. My older day.
Right. My older sister always said, before I left for college, my older sister told me, move with purpose.
Yes.
And I've held on to that because literally, like, unless I'm trying to stay low, like, make your, like, you can make your presence known without saying a word.
Say a word. Yep. I have to say a word sometimes, but I'm not, I'm not going, my shoulders ain't going to be slouched. I'm not like, I'm walking in, my head is high. That's all.
Right.
And some people get turned off by that,
Absolutely.
And apparently Cletus with an apostrophe was turned off by that. So it wasn't that I did anything towards it, but I am who I am. Sorry. I'm not sorry. And if you don't like that, that's your problem.
It is.
You don't like my shoes, you probably mad because they was kind of clean. Sorry. Sorry.
Not sorry.
Not sorry. Kiss my ass for real.
Honestly.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on in your life, but I'm having a good ass day.
Right.
You know,
not only are you having a good ass day, you get to come into this spot. Hey, let me get some food real quick. Let me talk to the waitress real quick. Let me talk to the manager, make them laugh a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sorry that like
have a good time.
Yeah, you could have did the same thing. Like other people could do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. No, I'm not. No. I came for the cheddar biscuits, dog, and I'm having a good time with it.
Right.
So if that makes you mad, go reevaluate your situation. I'm sorry. Next time, I'm gonna bring you some cheddar biscuits, okay? I'll bring you some back. And she did offer me some extra ones too, and I was like, "Nah, I've had enough. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm sorry." But I will. You know, you can make them at home.
I know. I did it once.
Is it the same?
I thought they were pretty good.
Okay.
They weren't terrible.
Yeah.
We didn't make them right. We put in like a casserole, bitch.
I'm gonna leave that alone. Okay.
we had a tray. We was young. We was broke. You know, new apartment.
I do understand. And you experiment. There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse when you experiment and it goes bad and you broke.
Nah, it went good though.
Okay. Good. Yeah, because
that's good. Yeah. Been there.
Yeah, I've been there. Ooh, I've been there. But you know, so I mean, so it's just like we don't have to hate on each other.
Right.
And then like I don't know if I would like the hate, I got that. I get that. Like I said, I'm used to that.
Right.
The phoniness is what really pissed me off.
Yeah.
You're gonna talk all that, and then I'm about to leave you. Have a good day, brother. Have a good one. If you don't get out of my face, that's when I wanted to strangle.
Right.
I could have strangled Cletus with an apostrophe at that point.
Allegedly.
Nah, for real, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to. You know, all smoke. I did.
Dang.
Because it was like
if it really pissed you off that much, then I know dude was being mad disrespectful.
No, I can hear him talking. I mean, I was there like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
He talking big shit the whole time.
Mm.
CTE, I got a problem with CTE because no, you're not gonna do that. You know, first of all, I don't like when people just assume that I'm a football player. I take advantage of it, but I'm more than that. I don't like it all the time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you already being mad, disrespectful, and judging me without even saying a word. And then so you did all that. And then not only that, you got in the whole tiff with your wife because she tried to calm you down. So you were clearly in your feelings the whole time. But instead of being a man thing and I don't know, either sucking it up, shutting up, don't say anything. You're gonna smile in my face on the way out. That's the punk move to me.
Absolutely. That would make me mad.
I would rather you. I would just rather you just not like me. Cool. Right. Don't like me. We're not for everybody. Cool.
Right. You didn't have to say anything on the way out.
You gonna smile in my face like everything was all good though? That's what was like. You phony. I don't like that phony stuff.
Right.
You know, like even like I said, if you don't like me, just don't say nothing. Don't look at me. But because now you went out your way with the energy and effort to like make it look like you're a nice person. Dog, too late. Seen that. No. So
you phony.
You phony. Exactly. You just phony. And we do that all the time to each other. So I was just like, so that was the first thing. That was just kind of like kicked off this my thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then of course, you know, you get on social media. Why do I continue to get on social media?
Get on social media.
I don't understand. I really got to like figure this out. Like, because I don't get moved too much, but sometimes you just see the BS, right?
Right.
And that's when it was like, so again, I saw another situation. This whole Isaiah Rashad situation.
Yeah.
I've seen some. I haven't seen any of the negatives. You saw the different side. I saw only the positive side.
Right. I only just saw a few. I definitely saw the negative side, but also I only saw a few tweets and then I was like, all right. And I clicked off.
I've been seeing a lot. Matter of fact, before we started, I just pulled up Twitter just to read, like, yeah.
You and I were talking about this earlier, and I was saying how I think it's so funny that in our community, we will be okay with R. Kelly diddling, but we are not okay with homosexuality. It's still taboo in our community. It's crazy.
Right.
It is. So I'm not going to go in too far. If you don't know by now, if I say Rashad, I'm not going to go into too much detail. But I mean, I don't have a problem with it. So, I mean, right. he's an artist. Mm-hmm. The video was leaked too. That's the other thing. The video was
also
leaked.
Yeah, I was about to say that
of him, having some sexual acts with another person,
right?
Having to be a man. And so my thing is like, okay, well, here we are, 2022. This man still has to deal with this in this way. Mm-hmm. First of all, it was bad enough it got leaked. Sometimes I don't care if you're doing it or not. Nobody wants your stuff to get. Nobody wants your business to get put out there like that.
Right.
I don't care what you were doing.
Ain't nobody want that.
Sometimes you could be doing something positive, and is this the fact that you don't want your business out there?
Right.
So that was the first thing. I felt for the guy off that alone. I don't care what he was doing. People putting your business out there without your permission. Dirty. Right. First thing. But then two, okay, no matter what you were doing, just because no one has to announce their sexual orientation to you.
Right.
You don't
also, I don't need validation from you.
I don't need validation. I don't need none of that. This man don't need none of that from none of us.
Right. As I'm concerned, he got nothing to do with his music.
Right. And then also, what the fuck does that have to do with you?
Exactly.
This is my whole thing. Like, hey, this person's gay. Okay. That's cool.
That's fine. He's straight, good. He's happy over there. Okay, that's what he's
doing. He's doing whatever he wants to do over there.
What it is, though, especially with Black men.
Yes, it is, because we got to stop being so damn insecure.
Right.
Let's call it what it is.
Just because a person is gay does not mean they want you.
Yep.
Right. Say that again, please.
Yeah.
I swear they be thinking, oh, he gay, he want me. Don't nobody want you.
I don't know who you are. Don't nobody care.
Who don't even want you.
Your girl barely wants you.
Right. Like.
But here is where we are. And we see this in our culture so much. And so, right. Again, here we go being phony and hypocritical again.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because what I start seeing.
It's not a problem. It's not a problem until it's a problem.
We not listening to his music anymore.
Right.
Blah blah blah. So I got a tweet right here.
It just makes me mad because we were just talking about this with R. Kelly and rappers, and we're like, right. Oh well, I can't listen to R. Kelly's music anymore, and people are like, oh, but you should be able to separate what he does from his personal life from what his music is. But his music is inspired by the things that he's done. But right. You can't listen to someone because they're gay. It doesn't make you gay if you listen to it.
Right. Like, it doesn't matter. First of all, like, there's a difference to me. Sometimes there's a difference between someone committing crimes,
right,
and harming other people.
Right. Anybody could talk about it.
I mean, if you draw a line somewhere, how about draw the line of crimes being committed? How about draw the line when artists are actually like responsible for harming others, mm-hmm. promoting the harm of others?
Right.
Like I can see if you go there and say, nah, they promoting violence, they're promoting the harm of other people. Mm-hmm. I can understand that. Say Rashad ain't hurt nobody. Right. He ain't did nothing to nobody. So here's what I'm seeing. And I'm just gonna call out the bullshit. I'm just like, what I'm doing. Tweet. Some person says this because tweet. I know I'm getting old, bro. I'm just trying to read. Some person named Ogini. I don't know who this person is. Some person on Twitter.
We ain't. I was about to say you ain't gotta do that. But
put out there.
Hey,
dude named Ogini. Because he put it out there. No, he put it out there. Ahead. He put out the universes on Twitter. Mm-hmm. Here's what he said. Isaiah Rashad is canceled on my books, just like Kells. Deletes Spotify playlist.
Not like, okay, hold on.
So, yeah.
Before we even get into that, Isaiah Rashad and R. Kelly are not the same.
Nope.
The crime with Isaiah Rashad, there is no crime. He did nothing wrong.
You know what I like? He did not turn off his comments. I hate when people turn their comments off.
He ain't turned his comments off.
Take that shit. He
did not. Because here we go. No, but he got phone. My man gets phony. Watch. So he said, delete Spotify playlist. First of all, we'll get there.
That's stupid on your part.
We'll get there. So again, a person replied to him. He said, "Oh, because he's gay, you're corny for that." My man Ogini replies, "Who said anything about sexuality? You brought that up." Okay, so
hold on. Why did you cancel him?
Why you cancel? So here we go. So people going back and forth. So that video, he getting real childish. No, it's your dad. So someone says, why? He says, his principles doesn't align with mine.
That's fine.
So you listen to R. Kelly, diddling kids align with yours?
No. Because the reality is, so the principles are that he's homosexual.
Okay, that's fine.
That's his principle. But my thing is, no. So your principles don't allow you to listen, like homosexuality don't allow you to listen to the music anymore.
Right.
This is call it what it is.
This topic really irks my soul. And I don't know if it's because of how I've been raised or because I have gay sisters. It really irks my soul that in these times we still have this type of issue. Well, again, we still have racism. So what can we do? Right. But it's with us, it's like I've seen people, I've heard people say, like, oh, if my child is gay, I'm gonna disown my child. I'll never talk to my child again. First of all, when a child comes out to you as gay, the last thing they need is for their parents to turn on them. Society hates them, but they need their parents to be there to support them. Like, I just don't, it came out you you got gay sperm because the child came from you. So I don't get it. And it's sad that in our community, we are going to accept, oh, Uncle Tito touched Latasha, well, you know what? It's okay. We'll turn the other cheek. But, oh, God forbid, if Lil Ray Ray is gay, well, we're going to kick him out the family. Like, but we're going to let Uncle Tito live in the basement still, even though he be touching kids. It's just embarrassing and disgusting.
Not only that, like, there are stories of like Uncle Tito touching like Ray. And then
Ray confused.
Not only that, Ray will stay in the house Tito will stay.
But Ray gotta go.
But Ray gotta go. And it's what does that do to a kid's mental health?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What does that say about you as a parent? You have to be able to I'm not even a parent, but like you have to be able to support your child whatever they do, as long as it's not harming themselves or anyone else.
I'm gonna say this, people probably gonna come for me, but it's because we are so quote unquote religious. And that's against God, as they feel. But
it's not, because God teaches us to love everybody.
Exactly.
This is my whole thing. And I'm like, hey, God loves you. I may not understand what you're going through right now, but God loves you. You should know that.
Yeah, and I don't care what religion, you can go check any religion, any God. God tells the purpose is love first.
Exactly.
Right. We're not judging. We're not the judge. That's not our job.
Nope.
Right.
Only God can judge.
Only God.
God created it. So,
you know what? Because that's what I'm saying. Like, so if you throw religion in, I call BS on you too. I'm sorry. Right. I am.
Absolutely.
I am.
Listen, after the stories I heard about the church.
But no, not even just the church. No, let's talk about, again, the phoniness and the hypocrisy.
Absolutely.
So, you have a problem with someone being homosexual. You can't love that person. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
But one, none of us are perfect.
Right.
We all got dirt. We all got skeletons. Short. We all got all kinds of stuff that we've done and experienced in the past. Look in the mirror first. 1.
Right.
2, we will wholeheartedly welcome all kinds of other crazy stuff in our culture.
Yep.
So let's start with music, for example. No one has a problem with talking about killing each other, selling drugs to each other, destroying our community, degrading Black women, degrading each other, destroying each other. We celebrate that shit.
Right. Destroying the community.
That's what I'm saying. All that. We celebrate. We celebrate that. But God forbid you talk about somebody who they're doing what they want with their body.
Which is their God-given right.
They're right. Not harming nobody. Ain't talking about nothing. That's what I'm saying. That's the hypocrisy. That's that BS. That's when I read comments like this on Twitter, his principles don't align with mine, but you just had his whole playlist the day before.
Hold on. So you know his principles?
Again. Because that man hasn't said anything.
Right.
I'm still wondering what happened to Frank Ocean.
Oh, that's another one. Y'all was bumping that music. Everybody was bumping Frank Ocean.
I miss Frank Ocean. I need him to come back.
I'm still bumping Frank Ocean.
Exactly.
Right. I need him to drop some new stuff. I don't care that he's gay. I'm still rocking.
I still bump.
I'm still
Super Rich Kids to this day.
So my thing is, you was totally okay with everything the day before. Just because you watched the video, you can't listen to it no more.
First of all, why
listen to it enough?
The video? Did you watch the video?
I promise you, probably a lot of people probably even didn't watch it. You're probably going on hearsay.
I mean, Nelly dropped the sex tape too.
but ain't no.
And guess what? No one cared.
No one canceled him.
I mean,
no one. Okay, sorry.
No one canceled him. No one canceled Nelly. Nelly is not getting any of this stuff that Isaiah Rashad is
getting. She should, because Nelly dropped that sex tape with that young lady in there. Like, now you don't know what that could do to her. It could ruin her life.
Because it's not about the person. Let's call it 1,000. Let's keep it what it is. It's about homosexuality.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's what this is about here. Mm-hmm. And the Black community talking all this trash about how we accept and all this stuff, and no, we're still not ready for it as a people.
We don't need
still. And then I got another thing. So even taking it outside of that, we so phony still about mental health.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because we have people here clearly, we don't know what this man is going through.
Right.
We don't know what these things are doing to this person.
Actually, I was reading about him. So he actually did go through something previous.
Yes.
Before this whole thing. So it's like, now you don't know what it's going to do to him. But I did see, I didn't see any negative comments on my side. I've only seen positive, and I was on his Instagram. So he did have a lot of people leaving positive comments, supporting him, rallying behind him. And they were saying it's wrong that somebody did that to you. It's not their place to out you like that. That's your business. So it was nice to see that people were behind him.
And that's what it is. So my thing is, if you don't agree with it, fine. Don't listen to it.
Right. Don't look at it.
Don't watch it. And also too,
take your ass over there.
Shut the hell up.
Right.
Who they watched that video?
Take your ass over there.
But my thing is, you don't have to say it.
Right.
Like some of these posts I'm looking at, stuff is kind of mean.
Is it a kill yourself post? Because
we got jokes and people, putting memes and stuff up. But you can just see the insecurity in our culture.
Right.
You can it's the hypocrisy. There's one page I'm just looking at right here, like this. I just put his name in, and it's like, so what is it going to take for us to really give a damn about mental health? What is it going to really take? And I don't like the answers that are coming up in my head right now.
I don't understand why. I can't speak for no other race, but with us, it's like, and I always talk about this with my therapist. It's like, I don't know if it's because of our parents, and it's like you would think that we would break the cycle, but it's like we're not.
Well,
right.
We're not. So I thought about this because this goes along. I think it's a lot of the culture. It is a lot of what we were taught. Right. I was having this conversation with
their traditional values.
Yeah, I was having this conversation with my homeboy Sonny.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Sonny. I love Sonny.
Shout out to Sonny.
Sonny is a trans man going through the transition now. I've known Sonny for some years when Sonny was a Black woman.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a great friendship then. And it's sad that we had to have the conversation. And, we were doing this whole video together. And they were asking, and it was like, and I was open, I was candid. I said, because I grew up homophobic. That was the culture that I was in. It's not that long ago. When I was a teenager, the old heads around me were saying the same stuff they're saying now.
People that's Caribbean and in Barbados, they don't play that.
They don't play. I'm telling you, yeah.
West Indians do not play that at all.
And so it wasn't until I got old enough and I really spent time around people from the LGBTQ community, for my own thoughts, my own brain, my own experiences. And I realized, what the hell is everybody talking about?
Right.
We're all humans at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, but it took me stepping out there and also had to denounce all that bullshit that everybody said back then, because I realized it was garbage. It was wrong.
Right.
It was wrong. And they're humans. It don't matter. I had some coworkers, I didn't even know they was gay. That was my man's. Right. I didn't know for a couple years. And I was like, oh, okay. And I remember he said it one day in passing, and it was like, oh, I didn't even know this whole time. You know why? Because
you didn't care.
I didn't care, but that was my homeboy before.
Right.
Nothing changed. You still my homeboy.
Right.
I ain't even know. So why should I treat you different now?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we treating us side different now?
When you see people put up ignorant shit, it just really makes me mad. Because I have friends who are homophobic, but they're not really friends. Because I just feel like if you have a problem with, I know everybody's supposed to be to each his own, but if you have a problem and you say ignorant shit about it, I just can't rock with you.
Right.
So,
like when people say that parents are forcing their children to be gay, nobody can force a child to be gay. They are born that way. They are not, they don't just wake up one day and say, hey, I think I'm going to like women today. No, they are actually born that way. And so they know from the time when they're young, they say, I don't want to be a man. I want to be a woman. I don't like this. I mean, I was in elementary school with a gay kid. I knew he was gay since we were little because he used to do our hair and play with dolls. Nobody was forcing him to be that way. That's just who he was.
Right.
But my thing is, even if they weren't born, even if they did make a choice at some point in time in their life, that's their choice.
Right.
It's true.
That's their choice. So my thing is, and I'm going to say this, and I want to piss people off. I do. I correlate this way of thinking, like I said, the upbringing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, I saw a old photo of Ruby Bridges.
Ah, man, yeah. Yeah.
I remember who Ruby Bridges is, the first girl, I think it was in Mississippi, Alabama.
Right.
To go
One of the first,
yeah. To go to integrated school. And there's a photo of her. And the police had to escort this little girl. I think she was in elementary school, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And well, in front of her and behind her, you see this angry mob of white people, students, teachers, people from community. Angrily, they were so angry at this girl. Death threats. They were going to harm this girl.
Right.
And then and then the caption.
There's white people in white people.
Yep. But then the thing that really killed me was, one, that wasn't that long ago. Ruby Bridges is still alive.
Right. She's 62.
She's 62, right? Which means
she younger than my mom.
but think about it. A lot of the angry white people who were in that picture
still around.
Still alive too.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still alive, spewing that same hate,
Right.
passing it down to the generations.
Mm-hmm.
The cycle continues. So just like we have our old heads spewing the homophobia down to us, and they were trying to spew it down to us and keep going, we have the same similar cycle of these racist white people.
Right. And here's my whole thing. So I've said this a million times. I grew up in San Francisco. Like that was just
capital.
Absolutely. And it was just like, it wasn't like being gay was just a thing that it was just something that like
so
it was just something that was around in that time. It was just around, and like you just understand that, hey, this is a thing that happens, or this is a thing that's here, just like it's not going anywhere.
Well, not only that, my thing is like, get over yourselves.
Also that,
like, first of all, who are you? 2, go spend time around people.
Right.
That's another thing I'm saying with this, again, the Black community. Get out of the closed-mindedness.
Absolutely.
Get out of your block. Get out of your damn neighborhood and go explore and go learn some shit for yourself.
Absolutely.
Face was just really aggressive.
Because I'm sick of this. No, I'm sick of this. Because we live behind all this anger, this closed-mindedness, all this hypocrisy, and can't nobody
all these
say
keyboards.
Nothing. Yeah, no. How about go figure it out for yourself? Go be around some people. Go be friendly. Go suck it. So when I see stuff like this on the internet, like this is the epitome of ignorance.
Right.
You don't know. How about go figure it out for yourself?
But you know what else? It's also a Black man. Like,
but
he already got it bad because he's a Black man. And now he's a Black gay man. And like, we're really bashing him.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. We're not supporting our own.
Right.
Which pisses me off, because we're supposed to support our own no matter what.
And the thing is too, the thing is we were supporting him.
Yeah.
We were listening to his music. We've been rocking to his music. His album came over that last year.
Yo,
we was bumping that album of the year. We was talking about album of the year. Remember we did that?
His album is fire.
I've never actually heard his music, but I'm gonna listen to it now.
Remember we was talking about that album? That album was almost one of the albums of the year. We talked about it on Reading.
Right, we did.
And
I'm definitely gonna listen to his music.
Yeah, give it a shot. He's same camp as like Kendrick Lamar and them.
Right.
He gives you that vibes. Your TDE, give you them vibes.
Yeah.
So the hypocrisy, that's what I'm saying. Right. So just like that, we don't support him anymore. Y'all just don't support him.
I'm gonna support him.
Get over yourselves. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Get over yourselves.
Also, y'all are fake.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the phoniness.
So I can.
Let's cancel R. Kelly, because I'm telling you, I'm so mad at people willing to look the other way with R. Kelly, but not this.
Right. We looked away with so many other stuff. We got rappers who clearly like
they're doing dirty stuff.
So yeah, we not even gonna talk like straight beat mamas up in bowling alleys last week. Still walking streets.
We're gonna talk about the baby like that.
Still shooting mamas up. Still talking all this craziness. We glorified. Our culture is backwards.
Absolutely.
Ass backwards.
We're toxic.
Yes.
We are.
Yeah.
And it really pisses me off because, like, if no one told you that this was, if no one tried to beat this into your head that this was wrong, like, how would you think about it now?
Yeah. And this goes to show, like I said, we talk about mental health. This goes to show the state of mental health of our culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's rough. It's rough. It's rough, yo. So
it really is.
I just had to do that.
Mm-hmm.
We had to have this conversation. If you're listening to this and you're mad at this conversation, that might be a good thing.
No,
because that means you're part of the problem.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'd rather identify people who are part of the problem, so hopefully we can start changing some of this.
You know,
instead of the people.
To go back to what we were saying about He's a black man and all that. This actually brings up something that my sister and I discussed, because back when George Floyd was killed and there was a lot of Black Lives Matter protests, there were a lot of Black trans being killed. And my sister was upset because she's like, nobody is bringing awareness to Black trans lives matter. Like, it only applies to, does it only apply to straight Black men being killed in the street? But what about Black trans people being killed in the street? Like, we just looked over other way and didn't even talk about it.
We didn't. Right.
All just, Black Lives Matter.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and so how do we expect to progress and grow? How do we expect to gain respect as a people when we're doing this stuff to each other?
Right. When you're closed-minded.
Closed-minded, ignorant, and hateful.
And looking the other way.
And phony.
Think how the parents feel that actually have children who they accept that are gay. It's like, you gotta worry about something happening to my child. My mom, she always says that because my sisters are very free who they are. And she's always, sometimes they get looks from people that want to say ignorant shit. And mom, like, I just can't imagine, like, she mad calm, but if I had a kid and they were gay,
that's what I'm saying.
I would kill whoever said ignorant shit to my child. Like, you're going to die.
Right. Like, I'm ready to catch a case if you
right.
I'm ready to catch a case.
I'm letting you know off that I'm going to jail.
Right.
But it's rough enough. All the other things we have to deal with in this world is being Black. We talk about the racist whites all the time. We talk about the hypocrisy. We talk about the cultures and all the systemic stuff we have to deal with. And now you add another layer of that. You got to deal with each other.
Try being Black and gay.
Right. Bullshit, man. It's bullshit.
Because now you not only have to deal with racism from white people, but you also got to deal with hate from your own people.
Yeah,
right. Till a gay Black man kicks your ass.
Listen, look, I got a story. I had a trans friend who I used to be cool with. And I just remember that back in the day when we used to hang out with her, she would meet guys, right? And it was not my place to let them know. It's her place to tell them.
Absolutely.
She didn't have the surgery yet. So I just remember this one time the guy's friends outed him because they were mad at him and they were like, that's why you was doing the do with a dude. And he tried to fight her. She beat the shit out of him. Like, she beat him bad.
Right.
Yeah, man. Like,
I mean, she should have told him, but still, she beat the brakes off of him.
Hey, step out there. Look, you get beat up.
Right.
So
don't be stupid and don't be ignorant.
I know.
Like, I can get if you're upset because the person should have told you, which I agree. Right. They should have told you.
Right.
But don't put your hands on them. Like,
right.
Yeah, people got murdered for that, yo.
Right. Like,
that's not even funny.
Don't put you, and if you meet a lesbian, because some girl I grew up with, she got killed just for being gay. The dude was trying to talk to her. She turned him down. She told him she was gay. He killed her.
Wow.
Like, go about your business. She was killed by a Black man.
That's another conversation that we need to have. Rejection.
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
We're gonna get there.
You gotta keep it moving. You gotta keep it pushing if that happens to you.
Again, get over yourself. Not everybody's for you. You're not for everybody.
Right.
Somebody don't want you, somebody else will.
Also, you ain't shit.
There's a reason probably why you by yourself. You're in there trying to kill people.
Right. And I'm like,
that goes to mental health again.
Again, here we go. Yep.
Abandonment. It's a fear of abandonment.
Rejection.
I was talking about this. It's
rejection,
abandonment. So that's
self-esteem issues. People can't handle it.
Right.
Somebody clearly saying no, I don't, I'm good. Wow. The audacity.
Right. And I hate.
You know what? We kind of did have this conversation around. But David, I think you was MIA. I don't know where you were. Oh, I think he was in California. But we did. You and I talked about this because we were talking about the girls on social media. Remember, I was saying the question was, what would you do if the world had no men? And I was like, I never knew how many women said they felt so safe with no men around.
The answer that the overall answer, I think, was take a walk at night or take a walk in general.
A lot of women were like, I would feel so happy taking a walk at night. I could wear what I want to wear.
And that is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Imagine somebody not being able to go where they want to go because they can't feel safe.
Look, I can explain it to you. Great. So I play GTA a lot, and sometimes I go in a private room because it's like you never know how thirsty people are, and they don't even know what you look like. But people on GTA be mad thirsty. And I was playing in a room with my homegirls, and we was doing a mission, and one of my friends somehow popped into this room. It was an invite only. I don't know how he got in there. He came in the room, realized I had a bounty on my head. Mind you, we was enjoying our peace. He came and blew me up, ruined our mission. And I'm just like, this is a prime example of just disturbing your peace. Like, we are enjoying ourselves. We are having a great time. And here you come, destroying our peace.
And you know how I hate to call that? Niggas gone nigga.
But it's creep stuff. That's creep stuff. Stop being creeps, y'all.
Again, right. Mind your business.
Deal with yourself. Yeah, we're gonna continue to have this conversation.
Absolutely.
For the sake of the pod, I gotta keep it moving though.
Absolutely.
For the sake of the pod.
Dave, we got any Bobs and Karens?
Yes, we do. And we were having fun in our group chat. I know that.
Yeah. It's so many. I just can't keep
right.
What good ones we got?
All right. So let's talk about so there was a school that tried to start selling images of Black people as NFTs. And they called them slaves. And
all right.
I'm just like, first of all, if you have my picture and you're calling me a slave, I'm pulling up. I'm gonna find you.
Well,
that's second off, this is somebody's child in a high school.
Once they gotta go back to school, see what happened.
Right.
But the crazy thing is, I bet you they protect them kids. They're gonna put them white kids in a bubble.
Right.
That's white people.
Because there would be beat downs every day.
White people in.
Beat downs every day. School is.
They always say white people are space aliens. They really are.
So yeah, yeah, beat downs every day.
Yep. Also, if that's my child that you're calling a slave,
but you know what though? I just think about again all the things that are wrong with this, but how much energy and effort this stuff takes to do.
Right.
That's the one thing I say about racism and evil white people. They go out of their way,
right,
to continue to come for us.
Right.
Black people be minding their business. These kids minding their business trying to go to school. They go out of their way.
Next thing you know,
says when you're Black, you're never really lonely.
You're not. But just think about how much energy and effort this stuff takes to do.
Right.
You getting people's pictures, NFTs, you online. There's a whole community of this stuff. That's when people say, "Oh, it doesn't exist," that's how deep this stuff runs.
And the sad thing is that they can't get rid of it, because if they try to get rid of it, then the NFT is just going to grow in value. And that is extremely fucked up.
I see some changes in how this stuff is done about to happen.
Right.
That's a major change. You can't do that. They're talking about violating rights for real.
Right. And if you're violating my rights,
I'm gonna violate your face.
Yep. This is
that part.
Again, racism runs so deep. It's so layered. It's so exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
So when another person tell me this stuff don't exist, here we go with this bullshit. Go look this stuff up and then tell me. That's another thing. They'll deny it all day too. But
right, which is so stupid to me.
No, it's not stupid. They don't want to live with it. They don't want to admit it.
Right.
You know, I was just having this conversation this morning. Like they just anything that makes them look bad. That's why they're trying to get rid of critical race theory. Because anything that makes white people look bad, they don't want no parts of it.
Right.
Well, they don't want parts of it because it's going to contradict what they've been teaching each other.
No, it's going to mess up the bag.
Not even the bag. No. So we look at this from a moral standpoint. We look at this from the standpoint of what's right and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
They look at it as a standpoint from white people above everything. They have a collective union that is going to say deny, deny, deny. Because once you start admitting to this stuff, once you start acknowledging this stuff, the power structure begins to change. So by design, they will never admit to this stuff. Even when they know they're wrong. Even when they know they're wrong, they're not going to admit to it.
Right.
Because if it fumbles their bag, their power, their hold on the world.
Mm-hmm.
If one person acknowledges it, you start to strip that down. The layers start to strip away.
Right.
Which is why they would never admit to this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing I see on Twitter all the time too. You can prove all the type of points in the world, and they'll dodge and deflect and bob and weave and throw it back at you and some other shit. And you from Africa, why do you want to come over here? They give you all that shit, but they'll never admit to the truth.
Right. Can't deny this fist.
Well, I mean, one day they're gonna be here by themselves.
Super Bowl.
Oh, that was the next one.
Halftime show.
That was the next one.
That's the next big one. Yeah.
People were big mad about the Super Bowl. Big mad.
Again, we know why. Because it wasn't their people.
Right.
It wasn't their people.
Have to deal with their people every single damn year.
But again, they don't care. But they don't care about throwing a bone. They want dominance 24/7 all the time.
Right.
So they're gonna whine and complain and bitch.
Right.
Let them dumbasses whine and complain and bitch.
Right. And the funny thing is that it's only when we're getting a piece. We're not asking for a whole thing.
They don't care.
We're asking, we get a piece, and then you guys complain. Not only do you complain, you actively try to take that piece. And it pisses me the fuck off because we're not even trying to fuck this up. We're not even trying to fuck up everything you're doing. We're trying to just have this one little piece. Let us have this.
That's why I keep saying, man, I'm telling you, we'd really fucked this up. We just did it ourselves. And we just took our resources and did it ourselves.
Right.
Keep saying that. We should.
Which is so funny because you can tell how deep it runs. There are no white people. Eminem's white, but they're so deeply rooted in racist, they don't even acknowledge that.
Right.
Ain't Neil?
He kneeled too. They was big mad about that.
Yeah.
Again, what would you do if there was no NFL and it was all black football? It was all black owned. What if we just had our own league and we just did everything over there? What would they do then?
You know, they tried to tell them that before, when everything with Colin Kaepernick happened, if the black people just withdrew themselves from the NFL, and even black kids coming out of high school that get scholarships, don't accept the scholarships to school like Harvard and Yale.
Or the HBCUs.
Or the HBCUs.
And we're starting to see that now. And they're getting big mad about that.
Yep.
They hate that because they want, again, that's why I posted on the Twitter page, which is I'm having fun with that. My guy said, America only loves black people when we're scoring touchdowns.
Yeah.
So because we're generating for them.
Right.
Nah, but what if we took ownership away of all that?
Mm-hmm.
What if we just told them, fuck it, fine.
I mean,
go take your little
blacks out of the NFL. How many?
Right.
Would you have 100 players? 125 players, maybe?
Right.
Who would you have?
Like, imagine we take this whole shit and we just go over here and say, hey, we're not doing this over here anymore. We're going to come over here. We're going to do our own thing.
We're going to do our own thing. We good over here.
We go because we have a problem with supporting our own.
And that's the problem. Like, that's the reason.
They would say, if you just started a league straight up and you tell the athletes, like, listen, it's time that we bring our own home, they probably wouldn't go because your money wouldn't be there.
Right.
But the crazy thing,
fuck up the bad.
But the crazy thing is, black businesses, if everyone in black culture, all of us, if we turn towards each other, we would have the money. It would generate. It would.
Absolutely.
And then they would come do business with us. You don't think Pepsi and Budweiser and all the NFL sponsors would jump ship from the NFL, come back over to us? They're gonna go where the bag is.
Right.
The money would be there. Like I said, I say this. I think I say this every podcast now. I'm just gonna change the name. If we all decided we was gonna get together, we bounce and we leave in this country, every black person, we took everything with us, and we found another country to go to, they would be right behind us on the way.
I was just gonna say they coming too.
They coming. Right. If we all got on like this figurative plane and we just flew over to the next country,
out.
They are on the next plane coming over to come get us again.
And what's fucked up about that? Every time there's like a huge disease that happens, like COVID or like the plague, there's always like this one like island that hasn't fucked with anybody for like centuries, and they're like, hey, we get over here, we're not doing anything outside of here, and they try to go over there and be like, hey, how are you guys doing? They all die.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, they stay killing.
Well, that's what they were saying about the island where that missionary dude went to.
Exactly.
And they killed him, and they were like, yo, if we have to be careful, because if we bring a disease, we could take out the whole island.
Right.
Something small too. It don't need to take much. Right. But that's what happened with the conquerors. All them, they kept exploring the world, conquering, taking them. They brought diseases. Mm-hmm. They took animals, rats everywhere that wasn't indigenous to the area and stuff like that. It was destruction everywhere.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So if we decide to say, no, bump y'all, we out. They be short over here, y'all.
Right.
Get it? Like, I was just thinking, like, we can never be great.
Like, it won't let us be great.
It won't. Like, you can hear. Here's the thing. I for the Spanish people, don't come for me. But you ever notice that when you have like Spanish friends, or you listening to Spanish people talk, and you'll be like, why are you so awesome? And they're like, I'm so awesome because I'm fun, I'm happy, I'm boricua, I'm the life of the party. Like, ain't got nothing to do with you being the life of the party. But I mean, whenever we say I'm Black, or, oh, I'm supporting this because it's Black, or I support Black, or I'm the first Black to do this, they always get so mad.
Well, like, because again,
why you got to bring race into it? Because you saw when I sent y'all the video about the girl who forged for a life for food, and they got mad because they said she's Black, she forged. Mm-hmm. They were like, oh, why does it have to be about race?
Right. Because that's one of their cop-outs. That's one of their cop-outs. That's one of their go-tos to kind of try to dismiss and downplay this stuff. Mm-hmm. I love when they say, I was just reading the comment earlier, a guy said, why do we have to bring politics into it? Then the next thing he said, well, I'm an independent in politics. Oh, you're spewing the company line.
Right.
You're spewing the lingo, dog. Okay, we get it here. These are things, like I said, this is by design. They don't want us to press it. So every progress we make, everything we do, they're going to try to step on it. Mm-hmm. They're going to try to suppress it.
I'm blickety black, blickety black.
Yep. And that's why I say, okay, stop looking for their approval. Stop going for their dollars. Stop going for the merger. Let's go do it over here. And that's what other nationalities and races do. Mm-hmm. They keep it all in together now.
I don't think that we should downplay being Black. Like, I hate when my white friends be like, why? I don't see color. No, you're going to see my Blackness. I want you to see my Blackness. See me for who I am. I'm Black. Some of us growing up, some people are ashamed to be Black.
Right.
No, it's sad to say. And so to see how
Yeah.
far we come, where we are so proud to be who we are, don't downplay our color. If Spanish people could be like, yes, I'm Latina, I'm Boricua, blah, blah, blah. You damn right. I'm going to be like, I'm Black. I'm shining that shit from the top. I don't give a hell.
Well, again, that's by design. They want us to downplay. They want us to be self-conscious and have low self-esteem about our culture.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why what you did. We know what's crazy. They mine it. They mine our culture.
Right.
They strip and take every piece and parts of it. And they do.
Like because, that guy said, we should have put a patent on Blackness.
Because they know if we decided that we were going to start promoting it and really coming together, they diminish.
Right.
They diminish in power. They do all that. That's why they know. I really feel like when they first saw Black people, they was like, oh shit. Oh, wait, the niggas is over there. Wait. They kind of fire. We can't have that. They know what we're capable of. Make no mistake about it. They know exactly what's happening.
Right.
Like they hate when they see Black people get along. Oh my God, it irks their soul when they see Black people getting along.
Right.
Like they know.
They
know the power.
Right. They better hope we don't all come together because once that happens,
that's out. The thing. And they short. They know. I know the email trails. Don't let them come up. Don't let them progress and do whatever you have to do. I'm telling you, it's by design. I know. When they first got to Africa, they started seeing how things was jumping. They was like, oh, we gotta do something about this. They can't be better than us. They can't be better than nobody. And we're not just the win. And I'm going to honestly say this too, as Black people, we're not the only ones they've done this to as well.
Right.
Native Americans came over the country. They was like, hey,
we're over here.
About to get them up out of here.
Right.
The natives of this country.
The thing about Hawaii, like I knew Hawaii was stolen, but they were talking about the massacre on Hawaii that occurred on Valentine's Day.
Yep. They was like, they know greatness. They know everybody was great. Everybody was in their own pockets doing their own things.
Right.
White people won't be able to survive because they don't know how to they don't know how to be resourceful.
They don't know how to survive.
They don't know how to do anything on their own. All they know how to do is rape and kill and steal.
The evil whites. I don't know if y'all watch Star Trek, but I'm a Star Trek fan. If you ever watch Star Trek, they have this race of people called the Borg. And the Borg are robotic. And what they do is they just go around and they assimilate and take other cultures and other people. And they make it a part of their own. To me, that's the evil whites. They are the Borg. All they've done in this world is gone to each culture, assimilate the culture, make it part of their own, assimilate the culture. I really feel like whoever created the Borg for Star Trek, that's what they had in mind. It is the white national, the conquerors, everything. That they're Borg.
Yeah, I get it, man. Like you ever notice that if you have a white friend, right? And then you'll hear how they talk to their white friends, and then when they talk to you, they try to switch it up. And I'll be like, bitch, don't talk to me like that. We are not on that level. You talk to me like how you just talked to Susie over there.
So we'd have to continue to keep this stuff in mind.
Right.
Keep doing us. Continue to be proud. Continue to be bold. Continue to keep doing you.
Continue to spread your Blackness.
And if you see other Black people being proud, if you see them being bold, celebrate and congratulate them. Go party with them.
Did you see the Black speed skater win the gold medal in the Olympics?
Yeah,
absolutely. Shout out to, I think her name was Erin.
I know I can't Google it right now, but I'm saying this. Yeah. Celebrate these things. Come together. Like I said, even if you see the old meme, you see your man in the grocery store. Hey, fam, what's up, dog?
Right.
I see you. I'm trying to get like you.
When I go to places where I see other Black people that don't be around, it's like a predominantly white area, and I see other Black people, I always shout, "Hey, Black people!"
Hey, compliment each other. At least speak to each other in a positive manner. say what's up. I always go out of my way, say, hey, fam, I see you, dog. How you know?
Hey, man, I see you.
And sometimes you just see they face light up because they don't expect it. Even our own people don't expect it from each other.
Right.
I mean, goes to what's up, Phony? You good? Go ahead, fam. You good? Go ahead. You can line.
Hey, man, I'm trying to get like you.
They always say that's a hating comment, though.
It's not. It's not. Sometimes
it really isn't.
It really. I'm trying to be like you. They say,
no. I'm being a hater. Like, if I say that to somebody, I'm really trying to get like them.
No,
like,
if nothing else,
I see you.
That's a term of endearment. I see you shining, fam. You doing good. You know, like
you out here thriving.
Don't let them twist that. I'm not gonna let them twist that.
Right.
No, that's is
not hate.
I see you, fam. I see you. Nah, I'm trying to get like you. I'm trying to get like you, dog. Hey, which means you doing your thing.
Right.
So I know.
And that's what we need to do. If you're doing your thing, keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
People will see you.
We really all we got.
Right.
Yeah. If we don't do it, nobody else will.
Right. But it also starts with us.
Yeah, it does. We have to. All right.
And stop tearing down Black women.
Absolutely.
All of us. That's what I'm saying. 100%. All of us. We can't. I don't care what part of the Black community you are. We all in this. I don't care where you from in the Black community. If you Black, you Black. I don't care what country from you Black, you Black.
Mm-hmm.
Stop all that too.
Right.
None of that matters.
We really need to stop that.
Okay, stop everything.
Oh, hold on. That just reminded me. I'm so sick of seeing white people on TikTok comment on, like, I have a lot of people I follow that, the little Nollywood ladies.
Oh,
I'm so tired of people telling them, like, I didn't know y'all had water. I didn't know y'all had shoes. I didn't know y'all drove cars. Like, you're so ignorant.
But you know what though? Part of me believes that because that's what they've been fed.
That's by design.
It's by design. It really is by design.
Real quick story. And I'm so ashamed of this now, especially. I asked, so when I was like, I don't even know how old I was, but I think I was less than 10. A friend of my dad's came to the US. My dumb ass asked him, is there like electricity in Nigeria? And
your own people.
No, I know where you're going. Keep going.
But like, I think about that now and I'm just like, how stupid was I?
No, but that's not stupid. Think about what you've been taught here.
Right.
This is what we've been taught. Yes. In a country. Think about, remember when we was kids, even old cartoons. I remember watching a cartoon one time, like old Looney Tunes or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they traveled, they was in a boat trying to, in Africa, what was called the Dark Continent.
Right.
And the whole continent was black.
Mm-hmm.
They got over there and the dudes had like spears and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about the commercials we see. All the little feed the children commercials. All those little commercials where we got donate.
Poverty porn.
But where is it? It's supposed to be Africa. All the images you see of here, especially when we were kids, Africa was a poor place. Everybody was poor. No one had food. No one had clothes. It was the place that it was looked down upon. Diseases. Remember that whole AIDS? They kept saying AIDS was so bad in Africa. They painted this picture,
right?
And then it was funny because, like I said, I remember I had a job and a lot of my staff was African, and then they would tell me how Black Americans are viewed in Africa.
Right.
I was just about to say, I have a friend who lives. Well, she used to live in Africa, but she said that over in Africa, the videos, it'd be Americans be so fat.
Right.
That's
we poor. We don't have real food.
Right. And that is very true.
So when Africans come to this country, they already have an idea of what they think Black Americans are here. We're lazy. Right. We're not educated. We're not taking advantages of all the things that should be done as Americans. Yeah, the resources, the education, and all this stuff. So here we are with these views bidding against each other.
Don't be big. Don't be beat with these white people because they think y'all all scammers.
Right. But that's the thing. So who's controlling the media in both places?
Right.
We aren't controlling the media in both places.
We aren't.
So this is another system to keep us divided and against each other. I think they poor. They think we stupid and lazy. They think we're all thugs. So when we get around each other, we automatically don't like each other.
Right.
Who wins? Not us.
Nobody wins when the family feuds.
Not us.
Well, I never thought that, Africa was like that.
Well, because people,
my hairdresser, my old hairdresser, she was from Nigeria, so she always showed me pictures of Nigeria when we were little.
Yes, right. but think about people who chose to educate themselves, and think about all the people who really feed into media, and that's the only images they see. A lot of people don't really know much outside of what the basic education system has taught them, and people don't retain a lot of that.
Right. What the TV shows them.
Because Black people, when they say they want to go back to Africa, they think it's gonna be like out in the
out in the slums.
Like, what part of Africa are you trying to go to? That's what I want to know. I'm gonna need you to be more specific. Because
no one's seen modern day Nigeria.
Right.
Nigeria look like New York City.
Man,
they don't know that,
bruh.
They don't know that.
There's also guys secrets because sex trafficking is very big.
Oh yeah, big absolutely. Everywhere. But my thing is, no one taking the time to educate themselves because the educational system isn't teaching them. How many people can point out where Nigeria is on the map? How many people can point out where Ghana is on the map? Any African country, go point it out on the map right now. They can't do it. We can because you from there, but two, the average person can't. Right. That's what I'm saying.
I can too. I'm not from there.
No, but that's what I'm saying because we've chosen to educate ourselves. No, I was listening to a podcast. Podcast I like. Two young Black women who I deem to be educated. Black True Crime podcast.
Oh, I love that podcast.
And they were talking about where was the crime happening? It was it wasn't Nigeria. It might have been, but they were talking about the pod. And they were like, we don't even know where it is. I was angry.
Yeah.
How the hell did you get on the podcast? You're talking about a country you don't know, and you didn't even choose to go see where it is on the map.
Right, not even look it up.
I'm pissed. Damn. I was pissed.
That episode.
I was pissed. You don't do that, and that goes to show people don't even know. Okay,
real quick. Okay, no, yeah.
We talking about Africa. I used to teach, and kids couldn't tell you where their own home state was.
Right.
They couldn't tell you where their city was on the map. We're outside of DC. I had to point out Baltimore, point out DC. They was failing the shit. We assume people know way more than they do. Right. So now let me just say this because I say all this to say, now take this from a perspective of white privilege. They don't know about the hood. They don't come to the hood. They don't know about our culture. All they know is about what they see, the Super Bowl halftime show. That's all they see. That's as close as they gonna get to us, for real.
Right.
They think anywhere where there's a lot of Black people is the hood.
So they see the Feed the Children commercials too. So what do you think they going off of?
Right. Yo, there was a day. There was a day. I think this was junior year of high school for me. There was a day that my teacher was asking about countries in Africa. I was able to answer damn near half of the countries. And then people were looking at me like, how do you know this shit? Bro, how do you guys not know this shit?
Well, because you have a leg up on the culture.
Not only that, but like my parents, they talk to me about this stuff, but also I've gone through the American school system just like y'all. But
you had a leg up because you had culture.
So here's the thing. Sometimes I don't always apply because to this day, if people ask me where my family's from in Barbados, I have no idea. I always forget.
Yeah.
They've told me 20 times. That's so embarrassing.
Right. And my parents made it you're absolutely right, Katie, because my parents definitely made it a point to educate me on where our family is from.
Where's your family from?
Right. And my parents are from two different tribes. So
where are they from?
So my dad is Steve. He's from Benue State and in Nigeria, and my mom is from Niger State in Nigeria. And these are two very different spots.
Yeah, but think about it. Most people don't. They don't leave their own neighborhood.
Right. That's true.
Like, it's a sad reality. We don't talk about this much. We think everybody moving around, everybody know everything because we got information.
Right.
Just because the information is there doesn't mean that people are accessing it.
True.
Right. I've had kids literally in Washington, D.C. who live across the river in Southeast.
Mm-hmm.
And 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 18 years old had never been in downtown D.C. where the monuments are. They literally, they said almost you could take a bus like 5 minutes.
Hold on, y'all don't do like a 5th grade trip to like down to the.
That's crazy. Because I took a field trip down to DC.
We assume people do this stuff.
Hey, listen,
but also what happens with the bad kids when the field trip comes?
They can't go.
They can't go.
Right. Or they act bad.
Or sometimes their parents don't have the money to go on the field trip.
Mm-hmm.
So my used to have this saying growing up. She used to say, "Free school, dumb niggas," because she said never.
So I'm serious. We assume people. I'm not even going to point people out. People in my own family. I've gotten in a car and I'm driven. They like, yo, this mad far. We are 20 minutes away.
Right.
But that's how closed-minded people are. Mm-hmm. I've literally had this conversation, like, you know, I was not gonna say who, but I'm like, I got to go up to Baltimore. Baltimore, that's so far. Why are you going all the way up there? It's a 40-minute drive.
Right.
But y'all talking about going to Miami.
Right.
That's far. I'm going to Miami though for
but think about how ass backwards that is.
Yeah.
You can get on the plane. You're more than willing to get on the plane, fly to another state.
Mm-hmm.
But a 40-minute drive is deemed out of your way.
Right.
That's deemed as the inconvenience.
You know, but that's how we are. Because I know Justine, the girl who does my nails, she has clients from Philly and they don't want to drive to Philly because they say, to Maryland, because they'll say where she lives in Maryland is like mad far and it's legit like 45 minutes. But they'll expect her to drive to them. And I'll be driving from Allentown and that's further. But they want her to drive to them. And I'm like, girl, you better charge extra for that.
Right. And like, there have been so many people that have asked me, like y'all know I'm from California, but I'm from the Bay Area, and people will ask me, "Oh, so you're like right next to LA?" And I'm like, "LA."
They don't really understand how far LA is from San Francisco.
LA is an 8-hour drive from San Francisco.
It is.
People don't know, and we assume they do. So that's what I'm saying. So when we see all this ignorance, this lack of knowledge, we assume people know this stuff. They really don't. And we can't continue to base that off of, oh, they should have known, they should know. No, they don't. People ain't trying to know unless somebody tells them.
Right.
They don't know.
You gotta educate yourself.
Yeah. You do, but the problem is you don't know what you don't know. And exposure is a huge thing for some people.
I blame the parents because
I blame the schools.
You can't depend on this. I'm sorry, but I've learned early you can't really depend on the schools to teach you a lot of things because they're not. They're only going to stick to the curriculum.
I blame it all.
Absolutely.
I blame it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it does start at home, like especially with Black history.
Well, yeah, no, it starts.
But already know the schools ain't going to teach you what you need to know.
But that means your family has to know it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know it because they went through the same system you did.
Right.
We assume they're everybody's a good parent too.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. We assume all the parents are there. They're not. They're not. So I can't even say you're supposed to get it at home. You might get a piece of it at home.
Right.
You might get a little piece at school. You might get a little piece from your surroundings, your environment. But think about the dark side of that stuff. What if your environment is horrible? What if your family situation is terrible?
Mm-hmm.
What if your school life is trash? Which happens to a lot of Black kids.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but some of them learned to do better. Like my mom's life wasn't peaches and cream.
Yeah,
But
and it took something.
She
It took
didn't
someone to
come
come
from
along.
a family with
Right.
she learned on her own.
Yeah, my upbringing wasn't peaches and creams.
Right.
But at some point, it took something to come around and spark an exposure. But then I see that happen with a lot of kids too.
Mm-hmm.
What happens because it takes a lot. So what happens is, let's say it sparks in one interest. Let's say at school, you like a subject, you like something at school.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when you leave school? You gotta go back home to the neighborhood, to the family situation that pulls you back in.
Right. But see, that again goes back to the parents, because if you have a child who's into the arts, put them in classes. You gotta go above and beyond the school. Like,
Andy, you know what happens with that? Come on, we talking about Black culture here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
you like art? That's whack. That's whack.
What I'm saying. Like,
ain't no money in art.
Ain't no money in art.
We everybody joins the band in school. Mm-hmm. My parents, they bougie asses, took it a step further and got us private lessons outside of the school.
Wow.
So it's like, the parents gotta do better. Like,
yeah, but I lived in a culture. I lived in a culture where I said I wanted to do stuff. You know what they told me? Oh, that's for white people.
Yep.
Oh yeah, well
that's what I'm saying. We can't, like, it would be great, but at some point we have to educate the parents now too.
Somebody just told me that 401ks are for white people.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So like we even within our own culture, we still got this ignorance. And we still have this lack of culture, this information that the things that are good for us are still seen as whack,
right,
or bad. You know, I just posted that thing on Twitter last week. You talking white, you acting white.
Right.
You know, I told my mom I wanted to play lacrosse. She said that's for white people.
What? Mom killed it in lacrosse. Listen, we need to normalize. First of all, there's a lot of things that Black people need to normalize. Therapy, life insurance,
talk your shit,
inheritance, because we not leaving nothing for our kids to inherit. I'm so tired of watching main cabin matches and seeing these white people passing down cabins to their kids, and I'm just like, I want to do that to my kids. I need to leave something for my kids.
I was just having that conversation with my pops.
But that's building generational wealth and legacy. That's one of the few ways we're going to get ahead. I say this all the time. Think about it, like when you come from a family that's able to do those things for you,
right?
You know how far you ahead if you get in the game. Let's say you come out of college with no debt, and let's say you already have housing provided. Somebody passed away, housing, something's already there. Those are the biggest chunks of where your money goes.
Right.
So imagine the financial freedom you already have when those things are already taken care of.
Right.
That's why a lot of Black families, we start off life in the hole. We got to go get that. We got to go obtain it. And we weren't taught the skills to go do it.
Right.
How many Black people taught money management? Yes, money management, credit, spending.
Black people didn't know about credit.
So now,
barely know about credit.
So not only do we not have the tools.
Oh, you got to attend Yendy's credit class.
Uh-oh.
I got you.
But that's what I'm saying. So again, if we don't do those things, if Yendy don't create that class, we don't know.
Right.
Class.
And then we assume everybody knows. And then what happens is the haves look down on the have-nots. Oh, you brokey. You broke. And that's what we do to each other.
The ones that decide to walk a different path, don't call them white.
Don't call them white. Don't call them weird. Don't call them a nerd. Don't call them a geek.
Or spooked by the door. That's an old saying.
Yeah, that is old.
Wow.
That is old.
Wow. I have never heard that.
My mom just said it the other day to me.
Man, I've never heard that one.
That's an old saying.
That goes into whole like this class system we've even developed within our own community. With this divide. And this is stuff we're hearing now. It's low layered. It's so late. You know what? All right, this pod is running. We're doing a lot on time. I just want a couple things real quick. I just got to shout out our Tyrone Coles Person of the Week.
And I got a
Absolutely.
black business.
Okay, so I just got a shout out. Saturday, I had the most wonderful conversation with this woman. I got a shout out. I did. I got
Okay. You got the name.
Miss Virginia Smith. I love this lady, black woman. I actually went out to teach her CPR and ended up talking to her for like 3 hours.
Great.
Black woman who does so much for the community, who actually works with people with developmental disabilities.
Shout out to her.
Really giving back. She does a lot. And it's a lot of, if you've ever done that work before, it's hard work. And she has such a good heart. And she really dropped some gems on me. And it was just nice to just sit in the presence of somebody who, with the experience and the wealth, was just able to just have a fun conversation. This is a woman I never met before. I talked to her on the phone once. I met her, and it was like family. And so just to hear her story, her life in ministry. I know her husband had just recently passed away. And so, just to transition, but just to be able to just sit and just talk and share and laugh and almost cry a little, like with a strong black woman of so much wealth and so much experience, who had done so much for so many people, her family, and it was just good to see a real elder. Like, that's one thing we don't really get too much. We don't have too many elders, like somebody you consider, and not even just an OG, but like that person is made, they are there. And so just to sit with her, I was like, it made my Saturday. I was good. I was good.
Also, real quick, sorry, we need more black educators in special needs classes.
Yeah.
We absolutely do, because I have seen maybe 2 out of the, like, because I went through that. Like, I had a learning disability. I've had I didn't even have the teachers. I know of 2 teachers that were black.
Then I imagine, David, on top of that, like the cultural aspect is different.
Right.
And I used to work in special. That was my department. And a lot of the cultural things that would have to happen, like a lot of black families didn't believe in things like therapy and medication and some of the techniques that were being presented to help the young people out. And so you needed someone of color to help navigate that for the families as well too, and the students.
Right.
It is a big deal. It's a big need.
Not everybody learns the same.
Yeah.
You gotta understand that.
So I just wanted to shout out Miss Smith. Thank you.
Shout out to Miss Smith.
Shout out Miss Smith.
And also she's donating suits for men of stature. So maybe a lot of good stuff so that we can go give to other men. So I'm gonna see her again because we gotta go pick that stuff up at some point soon. So like I said, this is a real, like, when I think of like strong black woman, like doing her thing, still beautiful, black don't crack, the whole 9. Like it was. So I'm still like in awe. So I got to shout out my new best friend. I do. All right. So I know we got some black businesses. What we got, Yendi?
I just got one.
Okay.
All right. So the name, this is for my people in the tri-state area, not y'all. I'm talking about New York, Philly, and New Jersey. Okay, because Philly is its own state. This person actually, personally, I've known. Now I've watched him build this business from the bottom to the top. He talked about it was a dream, and then he made it a reality. The business is called Top Flight Legacy. And it's luxury ground transportation, 24/7 VIP concierge service. Oh Lord, I can't read. Concierge service. So check them out.
So I can't get no ride down here, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but they do have some really nice cars. Like, I've seen him go from having one car to like a bunch of nice cars that he has now.
Oh, bet. Okay, I see you. That's what's up, though.
Shout out that business one more time.
Top flight legacy. So if you want to impress your chick, if you want to be a Tinder, what's it?
Tinder swindler.
You want to be a Tinder swindler and impress the woman in your life and make her think you official tissue. Boom. There you go.
See.
I feel, yeah, so we just followed them. I like that.
Why did I just see, speaking of Tinder swindler, why did I follow this person and then immediately see King of Diamonds?
I know it's getting late in the pod. Do we?
I don't think we could do it right now.
I just need to know before we end.
All right.
What did y'all think of it? Because I told y'all it was crazy.
I mean, I'm gonna say, like, unfortunately, we know they scammers out there.
Right.
And I'm gonna say my man's took it to the next level.
Absolutely.
That was like 10 levels. He had a whole system. He had a staff.
He had pictures.
Like he had his whole spiel.
No, I'm trying to figure out how he added Shorty to the payroll.
Oh, that's true. He added
Shorty to the payroll so that he can get that American Express.
Oh, I mean, no. I mean, it's not hard if it's a sham business and nobody's really checking for you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yo, when she was waiting for that check to clear, that hit
man
because
so I mean, like,
has who here has had a woman bail, like, go into debt for them, but like the amount of debt,
that's what I'm saying. I don't think it could be. I know Black girls, they will do something for you, but they're not going into debt for you. I'm sorry.
Right.
She's not about to come out of pocket with $26,000 and she ain't got it.
Well, my thing was, I mean, like, he at some point you gotta see the red flags, yo.
Right.
The last chick was the smartest. She was stupid at first, but then she was smart in the end.
But my thing is, like, he did a good job of like sucking them in and really presenting. Like he did a lot, like flying them out, private jet, the whole elaborate thing where he was and stuff like that, like the staff. So I could see how up front they were like, it was tangible.
Right.
They were flying with this dude. He was meeting them places, like money. So he looked like he really did a good job of like having them believe that this was every day for him.
I would say that I think the first chick was more so a gold digger than the second chick because the second chick, she had her own money.
I
don't think any of them
and
were.
She wasn't even in a relationship with him. She was just schooling.
I didn't see them as gold diggers. I really think what they were saying, like you see this guy who's presenting this lifestyle. It looks like a dream.
Right.
You know, and I could see that.
She the first one definitely was, she liked the money because
of course I think she was wide open. I didn't think she was, and she looked, I think at the time she was a little bit younger. I can't blame her for being wide open.
Right.
Especially when the first day you meet the dude, he's like, yo, come get on the jet.
Right.
That was like
also, can we talk about how dude had like, was that his child? Was that his baby?
Right. I'm trying to figure. I think it was.
I mean, I don't think it was.
No, but I mean, I don't think it was hard for him to come up with a group of people to keep this scheme going.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And they were all eating off the scheme. Even the little security guard dude who kept popping. So like, Peter.
Peter was hurt.
Peter.
How many bloody? How dumb is Peter? First of all,
no, Peter's in on the scam.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
like, so my thing is, like I said, so for them, and you got to think about how scammers think. It's a business model that they just kept duplicating this business model over and over again. So think about it. They all in together on this. Peter's in on it. The family, the kid, like it might have been his chick, but you know what? She's looking at him like he about to get paid off her. Right. We going along with this.
He did get paid off her.
So my thing is for them, like,
sadly,
like it didn't. I guess because I've seen scammers before, it wasn't far fetched to believe that someone would go through this length. Because again, we know, especially in this age of scammers, if you think of it, they will try it. David, you know, I know, the scammers come for us on Instagram every day.
Every fucking day. Oh
the chick in the picture slides in the DMs.
That just came me the other day.
I'm so tired of seeing the
chick in the picture slides in the DMs. Hey, how are you? Where are you from? Can you send me $300 in a gift card? No.
First of all,
that just happened to one of my friends.
I'm telling you, that they IG a DM. I could probably pull one up
right
as we speak. Like,
also,
somebody asked me for their cash app, for my cash app, so they can send me like $500.
Right.
I be
and then I
deleting
gotta send them. They said I gotta send them something back. I gave them the cash app. Scammers give scam.
Right. First of all, what from my Instagram makes you think I have $500 to spare for a stranger?
You do use it, so
no, but we
okay.
Again, we going on the premise that they send these out in mass and hoping one catches.
They send them to women too, because I got some in mind.
Yeah, and they catch us. You believe? Look, just like we saw in this documentary, people are searching for love so bad. People don't know because they've never seen the scam before. They don't know any better. They get sucked into this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They think it's a real person. If you look at some of them scammers, like I was looking at one, like they put up a whole bunch of pictures. Right. They was updating pictures. One of them I caught because the scammer wasn't smart and they were using a picture of a celebrity.
Right.
It was like a somewhat of a celebrity. But I was like, wait, this person looked familiar. Report. She's stealing somebody's pictures.
Right.
Like,
there was a guy who did that, and I was like, hey, what we call him? Silver Fox look familiar.
And it'd be one of them
scamming people.
Yep. So they was
trying to scam the young kid.
But yeah, so this one day she was using, I'm pretty sure it wasn't a she too. I think it was a dude who was using pictures of an attractive woman who had a robust profile. So that way they kept pulling pictures from their profile to make it look like they were active.
Yeah.
So I'm watching this laughing like, oh, I see the scheme here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then can I call you? And it's a WhatsApp number. Or because I mess with them now. I ask questions.
But that's how what's his name? Mr. King of Diamonds was communicating with them chicks through Cash. I mean
WhatsApp. Yeah. WhatsApp. Same voice, same. He had a whole list of messages and stuff. So one thing is like, because I asked him questions, because one it was like, where are you from? Like Tacoma, Washington. Oh, okay. You in Tacoma. I've been out that area before. Where you at? Where the Starbucks at? Where you at there?
Mm-hmm.
And they can't answer questions.
Right.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you ain't over there.
Right.
What time is it over there right now? Time zone, 3-hour difference. Come with Washington from here.
Yeah.
You know, they can't answer. Oh, you scammer.
Yeah. Right.
And then I expose them. Like,
right.
I think little Mr. King of Diamonds, he probably would have got me for like $30 tops, maybe $50. But if he came out and asked me to get an American Express card for him to use, I'm like negative.
Right.
Negative.
Oh,
this was my whole thing. How are you letting this dude get you for 30,000?
Well, because again, he
got them for more than some 30,000.
No, but like the first time it was 30,000.
Well, they thought he had billions. Well, my thing is, if you see the way money is set up, a billionaire doesn't have all his funds locked in one account.
Right.
They're all over. They are diverse for this reason.
90% of that shit ain't liquid.
You know, this is it's funny to me because people complain, right, about all this fraud protection that's set up on your bank accounts. Like, you know, when Wells Fargo be locking your shit up and you get a text, and they get pissed off. But then you think about the Twitter swindler and you're like, why keep calling him Twitter swindler? Whatever his name is, Tinder.
Tinder, yeah.
But it just like this could happen to you. You could be getting swindled out of big money by some dude who ain't even dicking you down.
Yeah.
It's real. That's real.
So that's what we just got to know better. Like, if somebody is asking you for a lot of money No. I don't care how you feel about that person. No.
Right.
And the whole thing was, if he is supposed to have had it, he would have been fine. There were so many red flags. People looking for him.
Loan somebody money you ain't even got.
You ain't got it.
Right.
And that's what we got to go back and say, I ain't got it.
Also, stop trying to get flown out. That's dangerous.
It's flued out. It's flued out.
I think it was so much deeper than that.
That's a red flag.
There were so many red flags. You don't know this dude. Like, you don't know this dude at all.
Find me out somewhere.
You meeting up with this dude just because you saw some pictures.
Right. Women don't even let you invite them to your house.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Now I hope we all know. I hope in 2022 we all can learn. The scammers are everywhere.
You know what the sad thing is? There's some that aren't gonna learn.
No, they're not gonna learn because it's going to be so enticing. Some people want the thrill. Like I think the first girl, I think she wanted the thrill too. Wanted the excitement of what was going on. She was getting wrapped up in the excitement.
Needed a black friend. They all needed a black friend.
No, but you saw her friends tried to tell her though. You remember in the beginning, her friends tried to tell her, "What are you doing? No, don't go nowhere with him." Like they tried to tell her, but again, people gonna do.
That was probably the black friend.
People gonna do what they gonna do, right? And unfortunately, this is gonna continue to happen.
Yeah, sadly,
the scammers are gonna scam.
When they Googled the other girls that he messed with, when they showed the black chick, I was scared. I was like, oh no, they got us.
I was waiting for that one.
Right.
I was like, they got us.
No, because again, I think women are looking like he presented and everything held up at first. You could Google search him. The business and stuff. He went through a lot to make sure.
The first girl didn't Google search him though.
She did.
No, she didn't look him up. She didn't look him up until afterwards.
After she came back,
The second girl looked him up.
She looked him up at first. She Googled this. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so like it all came out good at first. And then
he lucky now, because you know how many girls, knowing he's a scammer, you know how many girls will try to get at him though still?
Didn't you see at the end of the documentary? He's dating somebody else now.
I think he should really have to pay them girls back all that money.
Right. Not only that, he should be banned from everything.
I mean, at some point, I don't know how that's not criminal, but
right,
got to be fraud at some point.
It definitely is fraud. It has to be fraud.
You're presenting everything about you was false.
Right. Like you're not even using your real name.
Yeah. I guess, there's got to be some type of protection for that. But I think
especially with the payroll, like there has to be something with that payroll.
Right. That's definitely fraud.
Absolutely.
So my thing is, people, men and women, because like I said, the women scammers are out here too. Don't send nobody no money. That comes down to it. Don't send nobody no money. I don't care how much you think they got. I don't care how much you have. No, just no. And that's a good barometer too of where you stand with that person. If somebody ever asks to borrow money and you tell them no, they get mad. That they not in your corner. That's not you.
Right.
They for the streets.
And I got friends. That's my barometer.
Right.
Again, I get asked. People ask me for money about 3 or 4 times a week. And when I say no, because it's a win, I say no. If you get mad, you're not my friend.
Right.
If you can't understand that, no, I can't help you right now because I got my own over here.
Right. I'm struggling.
You're not my friend. You're not my friend. And that's what those who I know are my friends, I might help them out. Right. But no, that's got to be your gauge. If you're dating someone and they ask me for money, you dating them. Get out of here, son. I'm sorry. Get out of my face. No.
Right.
That used to happen. And I know a couple times I shouldn't have done it, but I got ghosted. And you knew it was coming. I remember back in the days when he was dating and the girl, they always set you up. They know. They start like on a Tuesday. Hey, what's going on? Oh, I don't know. My son's birthday coming up, and I don't know if I'm having the money. That's Tuesday. I already know by Friday she's gonna ask me for money. So you know what?
Didn't know that was a scam. to be honest with you. And I remember I was talking to a dude, this was like years ago, and he asked me how my day was going. And I told him, I was like, oh, my roommate, she don't want to pay her half of the rent.
And I was be like this. He'd be like this.
He did. He was like, oh, I'm out. You a gold digger. And I'm like, bro, you asked me a question. I was being honest.
And that was a red flag for a lot of them, especially brothers. Like I have friends like that. Because the setup's coming. And they would, like I said, if you know the game.
Right.
So Tuesday, they warming you up. Warming you up. Oh, and you sympathetic. Oh, that's so messed up. I'm so sorry. I don't know. So by Thursday, here they come. Oh, tomorrow's coming up. I don't know if I'm gonna have it. And you sympathetic. And then by Friday, they're gonna ask you.
Right.
No.
Or you could be like me and say, hey, I ain't got it. That's it.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Who just gave Chick $5,000.
Don't do it. Don't do
it. Okay. He had to borrow money from me to pay his cell phone bill.
No, I'm sorry. Like I said, that's the barometer. If you can't sustain yourself, back when single man, if you couldn't sustain yourself, then I already knew that was going to be a problem for me. Because that mean that you were going to be leaning on me to do all that stuff and support your lifestyle. And at 23, 25, I ain't have it.
Right.
No. So that's a red flag. Off rip. Red flag. You broke or you mismanage your money. Right. Two things I ain't rocking with. I don't care if you got a couple dollars, you got $1 billion. If you can't mismanage your money, if you ask people, no, that's a red flag. I don't care who you are. Operate on that premise alone. And if they get mad, there's your test.
Right.
There's your test. Keep it pushing. Don't ever give nobody online money. I don't care if you've seen that person. No.
Yeah, no.
That's why I was watching that. I'm like, oh my goodness, y'all crazy. Taking out loans and stuff and running up American Express cards.
That's credit.
There one chick, she said, what? Couple $100,000.
I think it was 140.
250,000 to be exact.
And then he wrote her a check. Then he wrote her a check for like $500, right? And that joint
fold. And then you go back to the same chick and say, "Hey, I need more."
That was bold because it was all a system.
What?
It was all a system.
You just got 300,000.
Because that was the game. He ain't care about them. He ain't care. That's a scam. That's business model.
Telling you that last chick though.
I want to know how many more it was. I don't think we got a real number.
Right.
I think it was way more than what we saw.
Right. More than the 3 women that were.
Some who won't admit it, or
some that though.
Say what?
There were some who came forward.
But I'm also pretty sure.
The article out there.
I'm pretty sure too. That probably wasn't his only profile. If it was just, or maybe if it was him, he probably had a couple other people doing the same thing with different pictures because they knew they had to meet him at some point.
Right.
So who said that he probably didn't have a girl on payroll doing the same thing on the female side?
That was probably the chick that was
Peter might have had his own little profile doing it on the flip. Ain't nobody know. Like, that's a scam.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So I know we had 2 hours, y'all. I know we've been holding it up. So
Hey, shouts to us because I don't think we ever gone past 2 hours?
Not with Community Coalition show, no.
Yeah.
so it just means good. I know it's a good conversation, but I know
it is.
It's Valentine's Day when we're recording this, y'all.
Yeah.
Single.
Ooh, if y'all, real quick, because I say this to myself every year. If you don't have a Valentine, it's okay. Love yourself. Yeah. Treat yourself. Treat your friends. Show them that you love them. Send them a text. Say, hey, I see you. I see what you're doing. Keep going. I like that shit.
Try to get like you.
I'm trying to get like you.
Yeah, trust me. Even as a married,
I'm about to go out to dinner tomorrow.
Valentine's Day
with myself.
I'm trying to get some candy tomorrow.
Okay.
Look, yeah.
The side chick day.
Half off candy day.
Half off candy day, first of all.
Yeah, man.
I always treat myself good for Valentine's Day. I buy myself a gift.
And if you do have somebody, yes,
treat them well.
Yes, today may be a day to do it, but make sure you tell them you love them every day. Make sure you show them that you love them every day. And that's how you keep that going. Okay. So I think let's end there. Community Coalition Show. Y'all know what time it is. Black Squirrel Media Network. Y'all know all that jazz. I'm not going through all that tonight. It's 2 hours.
Also, Ministature.
Ministature, all that jazz. We know it's 2 hours in.
Yep.
If you don't know by now, just Google it. Damn it. Dude, how about do some research? God damn it. Yep. Google it. We tired.
Yep.
Till next week, y'all.
Peace.